Hello guys and welcome back. So let's keep on going with the build up, right? So we just need to keep on dragging out more lines. But you can already see that it's hard to predict like what's the next layer, right? So to make it easier to see, I'm gonna go grab that and then go to the rendering section and texturing and then 3D pen 2 with the model selected, of course. Okay. And it's gonna give me a warning which says there's no texture to pen out, so I'm gonna go down here and then say assign an edit texture. And you can change the size to whatever size you want to go for. I think 1K should be enough. This is just for me to lay out, right? So I'm gonna go assign an edit texture. Alright. And then I can start to paint on the model. I can pick a brush. And I guess, do I see the brush? I guess I'm not seeing it for some reason. That's interesting. Okay, I'm gonna say save texture. Maybe that's gonna save it, but I'm not. I can flat the paint, but I just can't pen it. Okay, for some reason. Let me grab that and delete history. Let me try that again. Right. So this is a super old feature. So sometimes it just doesn't work. So yeah, I don't really see the thing. Do I have reflection, screen projection? Oh yeah, I guess that kind of does something. Okay, let's turn that off then. All right, so now we can start painting. What I'm trying to do here is just mark out like the areas I want to really paint, really start with. So I'm gonna flat it again to make it white and pick a color here. I'm gonna draw out here. So this is gonna be the next range that I will draw my lines from, if this makes sense. It's easier to see like what you did previously, basically. So have some mark. So there's no particular, it's not necessary to have this, but it's gonna be useful. Yeah. So with those painted out, I can then go back here and again just make it live. Oh, sorry, not make it live, make it paintable again. And then I can go to the pen effect, but this time I can just follow my choice of how far I will go this time, right? And next time I can paint it further. That way it's easier to see what's going on. That's, yeah, basically. All right. Okay. I'm gonna grab all these guys and again convert pen effect to curve. I get the curves. And then I always do a little smooth to help me, especially I think those are just really smooth lines. Should be, right? I'm gonna go like a smooth to make them smoother. And then I'm gonna go root them, right? And I think I can go for 10 also this time, because there will be more hair on top, right? You can see now they're on the bottom, right? All those curves I created earlier, they're nicely laid down as the bottom and hair guides, right? And keep on going, right? I'm gonna go for the paint again. So rendering, texturing, 3D pen 2, I'm gonna put it in there, right? And then just extend this guy one more layer longer, right? And I think I can go cover this entire bottom area now. Alright, that's gonna be the new array of guides. Okay, and then I can go back here and then I think I can just pen it right away. Let me Control Shift and click on that to put it to the shelf. Okay, right. So I can then start drawing out the guidelines. Alright, you want to also keep moving your camera angles, because if you draw it from like a super, like this angle for example, I just cannot guarantee what's going in there, so you kind of wanted to find a angle that you can see straight on, right, on those lines. Yeah, you can see I'm not going all the way through, so alright, so that's my new set of guidelines. Grab all these guys again. And this is going to be these repetitive steps. So I'm going to go again, convert pen effect to curve. Right, and then I'm going to go for a smooth on those curves. Probably I can probably add those to the coding also. But I think that's your choice. You can choose to not smooth it if you see you think that's what you want. Okay, and then let me just do that again, right, to root those guys. Yeah, and it's worth checking how they look like together, as you can see, right, how they are nicely laid out. Okay, and keep on going, right, go back to the pint, and then I think I go for 2 more layers, right, so this is 1 more layer. Yeah, maybe, yeah, 2 there. Okay, and then pen effect. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, this is a little bit harder to paint already. I think I've done the bottom one already, so this is going to be more like from the top. We'll have to adjust those guidelines later on eventually, so there's no like one way just to make it all perfect. I think when it comes to things like this hair system, it's always going to be a little bit time consuming no matter what you do. But also it's not that bad either. Like it's like painting skin weighting kind of thing also if you do rigging. It's just taking some time to do it, but you can do it eventually. Alright, I think that's the new layers, so I'm gonna go grab all these guys. Okay, and then the hair geometry. Oh, before I do that, need to convert it. So grab all these guys, and then we convert pen effect to curve. Okay, and then we grab the curves. We do a smooth. Let me put it in there also. Alright. Well, this time maybe I don't want to be smoothed. Yeah. Anyway, then I want to root. This time I think I don't want to root it with you know, all the geometries anymore. So maybe just I guess 5 and then root. You can see now they're moving. They're not moving that dramatic anymore. Okay, and those guys are showing up. Okay. Alright, and then we just need 1 more layer. Right, so we don't need to pen anything anymore, just keep on doing for the last layer actually. So it's gonna be this guy. It doesn't go all the way through, so I guess we can tweak it later on. Oh, and yeah, I think it's a good time for me to show you another solution. So you can grab the guy and actually make it live, and instead of using pen effect, you can also just create CV and EP curve tools, EP curve tool, and that way you can click on the model to drop down those points to create a curve right away. It's not as fast as you basically draw, right, using pen effect, but it's cleaner, and it's allowing you to go to different areas of the hair, right. You want to start with the root, okay, if possible. Then otherwise you have to use the root command, of course, from the code. But nonetheless, I think it will be easier to have it in the right place already. Right. So I'm now manually creating those curves. On one hand, you don't want to have a whole lot. On the other hand, you want to have enough. So it's not set in stone like how many you need to have, and sometimes it's like personal experience, like you feel like you need more here and there, but nice and even is always a good idea. You don't want to have a whole lot like guidelines on one area and then very little on the other areas, right? You kind of want them to be even, and also you want the guidelines to be blending nicely, meaning that their direction are similar, their lengths are similar also, right? You don't want to have a super long guideline and then you have a super short guideline right around it. That would be weird, right? That's the last layer of guideline we have here. Okay, and we can grab all these guys together and Control G to group them all together. I don't need the rest of the groups. And this is the pullback part, the guidelines of the pullback part. Okay. Oh, did I duplicate one? Yeah. Anyway, all right. That's 11 minutes. So let's move on to the next video where we keep building other guidelines for the frontal part and the tail, right? So let's do that in the next video.